We can choose from 4 different gems here. Herald of Thunder, Herald of Ash, Herald of Ice, and Enduring Cry. As a spellcaster, it would make very much sense if we would give us Herald of Ice and Herald of Thunder, but we'll see. And there we go. Okay, so he wants us to get Enduring Cry. Interesting. I mean, he's taking care of us. He doesn't want us to get hurt. It makes good sense. I think I want to ask him though if I can use some of my currency to buy Herald of Thunder. RNG says, am I allowed to buy a Herald of Thunder for 1 alteration orb? Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. So that's a 3. I don't know what that means, but he's like that. Sometimes a little ambiguous. Yes or no? So that's a no. Okay, can I perhaps buy a Herald of Ice then? That's a no. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Not buying it. Okay. We have 2 skill points now. We have to move in this direction. This is the path he gave us. So for precision, we're getting more movement and attack speed and cast speed and dexterity, which is exactly what we need here. And then the next time is going to be interesting because that's going to determine if he wants us to go down and grab the life or if he wants us to go in this direction. So it's more a matter of whether he wants us to... which support gem he wants. Like, this is going to be interesting, guys, here. This is going to be interesting. So, faster casting would be very nice. Concentrated effect... weapon LA, not really. Melee physical, not really. Controlled destruction, yes, very much. And elemental focus could work as well. So we have up to 6 choices here. RNGesus, what do you want us to get this time? RNGesus wants us to get the first one. Very nice, faster casting, absolutely fantastic for the Storm Call. Very, very nice. Oh, I knew he wouldn't let me down. He's never done that before. We'll put this in here now. And I have a feeling that it's in his will that the first unique item we find, we have to wall orb that. Yeah. So we'll do that. We'll have to keep that in mind. RNGesus, can we ask... what's the name? Navali for a prophecy right now. Let's see what he says. No. Okay, so we have to wait until we get back to town next time. So let's continue from here, guys. We also rolled for what bandits to help, and he actually wanted us to help Oak. So that's nice because he knew that this... He knew that we were going to play as a life-based character, so... He obviously knew that helping Oak would be the optimal. So we're relying on spell totems now, spell totem, Storm Call, and lightning tendrils, because that's what he feels is the best. Roll the wheel. Yeah, I guess we'll roll the wheel. We'll let RNGesus decide. Are we allowed to log out to save our life, RNGesus? That's gonna be a yes. He does not want us to prematurely die. Thank you. There's no point in questioning the Lord's will. And he will see fit that we choose the right point. So in this case, we can decide to go for melee damage, life, or intellect. And the way it works is that we have to continue in the direction or from the last point we chose. So if it is intellect, we have to continue in this direction. We can't go back. If it is life, we'll have to pick this one next time, and then we have the choice between this one and this one. And then once we go full circle, we can then, go in another direction, but we have to follow the direction. So we have 3 options now. We're gonna go set up the wheel for 3 options. And what are we going for? RNGesus, tell us. So we're going for 1 here. That's interesting. So RNGesus wants us to pick up the melee damage here. So we... obviously has a reason for that. Who am I to question his will? That's probably the best. I think it would be weird if he doesn't give us some more intellect. Maybe we could ask him if we can buy a lapis amulet so we can level up our gems. I think that would make most sense. Yes, look at how these the Stormcall totem just destroys everything. If we had 2 of those, or 3, or 4, or 1,500, that would be sick. Maybe he'll give us that. Maybe he'll grant us. Ooh, he just made a lapis amulet drop. RNGesus. Looking out for us. Perfect. What a bro. Thank you, man. That means we can level up our gems. He knows exactly what we need, like. But, so in this case, we can go either via life or intellect. And the way we're going to do this is that if he says yes, we're going to go via the intellect route. If he says no, we're going to go through the life route. RNGesus, grant us your wisdom. Yes, I knew he wanted this to be a life-based build. I absolutely knew it. Perfect. That also means that if we go down here, which we will, we can go in this direction. If he points us in this direction, we can go up here then, or down here. Perfect. Cream or tomato pasta sauce tonight? I like cream better. I like cream better. So does my girlfriend, know what I'm saying? High five. I think so. Yes! Great success. We did this. We did this. RNGesus will now have to decide if we are going to grab life or elemental damage here. So it's going to be interesting. If he says yes, we'll grab elemental damage. If he says no, we'll grab life. Alright, let's do this. And that's going to be a yes. That's interesting. He wants us to have more elemental damage. Makes good sense. Makes good sense. He likes his full circles, I must say. Interesting. The boots here is better. This helmet is better as well. So we're gonna ask first of all, can I use this helmet here? Can I use this helmet here? RNGesus. So that's gonna be a no. He does not want us to use this helmet here. We're then gonna ask him, can we use these boots here? That's a yes. He was very close to saying no there, but that's a yes. Ask him if your parents love you. Alright, Cuddle. I will do you that favor. Does RNGesus love Cuddle God's parents? Yeah, that's a... Or, if your parents love you. Unfortunately, Cuddle, your parents, according to RNGesus, does not like you. I'm sorry, that's true. I kinda asked him if he loved his parents. Cuddle, that's true. Maybe we have to ask him again. Because it apparently, this was probably... I think what he answered was that he didn't like your parents, or love your parents. He may love you, or your parents may love you. Let's ask again. Does Cuddle God's parents love him, RNGesus? Tell us. So yeah, that's a no. I'm sorry. That's a no. I don't think it can get more clear now. Does Cuddle God's parents love you, iCoco? That's a good question. Maybe they actually like you more than their own son. Yeah, that's a no as well. They don't love anyone. So we'll use an alchemy orb on this belt here. Because we can use a new belt. RNGesus. Not bad. Not bad. Definitely an upgrade. RNGesus, am I allowed to use this belt now? Yes! Yes. Excellent. Oh, and we have to choose a new skill gem here. RNGesus, what skill gem should we go? Number 1, number 2, Frostbite, number 3, Warlord's Mark, number 4, or Vitality. aura. Interesting. So we're gonna give him 5 choices here, and he will tell us which one. We're of course hoping, for me, like this ignorant mortal here, for me it would make good sense if we were going to get a conductivity. But we'll see, we'll see. So we'll give him, was it 4 or 5? 5 options. And we're rolling. So he's going with number 1, flammability. That's interesting. That is interesting. But who am I to question the Lord's will? Obviously, as a lightning-based character, that seems a little weird, but you know. RNGs, are we allowed to get a new prophecy? Interesting, we're getting a new prophecy here. Okay, so we got, you'll be ambushed by several enemies upon slaying a foe. I have a feeling that this is to test our faith in RNGs. Yeah. We have a giant life flask, and we're gonna use a train speed on this, and hopefully we'll get something good. Chemist giant life flask of staunching, that is actually pretty nice. RNGs, are we allowed to use this? Yeah, I guess not. He taketh, and he gives. It could be for Flame Dash, that's actually very true. Maybe what he wants us to do is use flammability for Flame Dash, yeah. That is very possible, actually. That is very possible. Alright, we have one more skill point. So in this case, we have a few options, because we went full circle here. This is where we went before. So that means we can either go for spell damage up here, or we can go life here. No, actually it means that we have to go up here. It's the only... No, it's also possible that we can go for weapon elemental damage. Yeah, we have to follow this one. So it's either weapon elemental damage or spell damage. Let's see what he says. If he says no, spell... Or if he says yes, spell damage. If he says no, weapon elemental damage. Yes! Thank you, my lord. Spell damage, excellent. I feel like he's given us an overall very, very strong build. Nothing is challenging for us when we have the Lord on our side. And he will allow us to use that. Ah! Fuck off! Ah! Run! He's testing us! Ah! Shit. No! Don't die! So, let's see what the ring is. Strength, mana, fire resistance. So it's better than what we have. RNGs, am I allowed to use this ruby ring here? Okay. We will not use the ring then. Thank you. Yes! Maybe he does want us to go Earthquake. I have to ask him, RNGs, do we need to Wall Orb this unique? Oh. Fuck. Okay, I guess we'll go back and see. Alright guys, you ready? Okay, we're good, we're good. We got a free white link. We got a free white link. Excellent. There we go, we have 2 skill points now. Okay, so this is gonna be a little interesting as well. Because right now we have to ask him, what direction do you want us to take RNGs? Do you want us to go down here? This is number 1. Number 2, mace damage. Number 3, intelligence. Or number 4, for intelligence over here. So we'll ask him now. Number 2, really? You want us to go mace damage? I mean, it makes sense with the Joffreys. I guess he really wants us to be a mace-focused character with elemental damage and spell damage. Yes, makes good sense, and he wants us to make sure we have enough mana. So... Seething Giant Life Flask of Dowsing, perfect! Can we use this, RNGs? Are we allowed to use this flask? Yes! Yes, we're gonna spend that on this 2-stone ring. Okay. Then we're gonna use an augment life. RNGs, are we allowed to use this ring here? Crap! It's such a good ring. Oh, we have one more point as well. So, what point do you... Oh, fuck, we actually, since we went up here, we actually have to go full circle. God damn it. He actually wants us to get all the mace nodes. Shit. Does he want us to go crit strike with maces first, or does he want us to go accuracy and elemental damage? Let's see, if he says yes, we're going up. If he says no, we're going down. If he says yes, you want... This is obviously a crit build. Yeah. Yeah. So this is our skill tree so far. RNGesus has told us that he wanted it to be an elemental build where we both use spell damage and melee damage, because it's always good to be prepared for both melee. And if you have a spell in your, like, another setup, like maybe Flame Dash if you want that to deal damage, which he gave us. Then he gave us Retribution so we could get very hybrid. He then told us to go for the area nodes. At that time we were using Stormcall and Lightning Tendrils, which make pretty good sense, right? Pretty good sense. And then he told us to go for the elemental damage, which was, again, make good sense with Stormcall and stuff. But because he's so understanding, he didn't want us to suffer and not have enough mana. So he gave us Righteous Decree and told us to go this way into Sanctity. From Sanctity, he felt like we need accuracy for our Stormcall and attack speed, maybe a little bit of cast speed. So he told us to go through Precision and then up here again, and then he told us to go down for Discipline and Training, so we can get some life so we could survive. He then told us to go back here into elemental damage, and then finally up here, and now he's told us that we need to pick up mace damage. So I thought this was going to be a spellcaster. Obviously not. This is probably going to be like a melee build, because he gifted us this Joffrey's Baptism that we then could corrupt, and he gave us a fucking white link, so that's perfect. It means we can use any gem in here. Pretty lucky. And now we're gonna ask him if we can buy a strength amulet, so we can get a little closer to the strength requirement here. RNGesus, are we allowed to buy a strength amulet? Yes, makes good sense, makes good sense. Oh, we can go with this one here. Strength and dexterity. We'll get this one here. We have some strength. And when equipping this, how much do we need? We still need 5 strength. Let's put an augment on this, or a transmute. Okay, we'll have to ask him if we can use that amulet now, because anytime it's a magical item, it changes. RNGesus, are we allowed to use the amulet? Yes! He was on the fence on that. He was on the fence on that, I gotta say. We still need some strength though. How can we fix this? What we can do is that we can try to transmute these and hope for some strength, and then hope RNGesus will allow us to use these. Intelligence, attack speed. Let's put this on. Okay. RNGesus, can we use our 2 new rings? No! Fuck's sake. RNGesus, can I buy 2 white 2-stone rings? You motherfucker.